everybody, and welcome back to Bald Guys with Guns. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Rob.
And today we have the series we have been talking about, and we are so pumped.
I'm so excited.
Right? This series is going to be a multiple series continuation, and it's called Learn Long Range with Us. As you can tell by our setup here, we are going to be taking you on a journey through our trials and our errors, and hoping that we can all learn together and learning how to shoot more precise at the further distances. So there is going to be a lot of talking through this series, but there also is going to be a ton of shooting. And for today, it's going to be longer than most of our videos, so just bear with us, and let's go ahead and get started.
In this first episode of this series, we're going to be going over a lot of stuff. We're going to be discussing the purpose of this first episode, episodes going forward. We're going to talk about the guns we're going to use, the accessories on the guns, the optics on the guns, how we're going to get our ballistics data, and what ammo we'll be using. And also, what to expect from our cameras, like the angles that, on us and at the targets, and we also have like a trigger cam, so we're going to be going over all that stuff with you today.
Now, we're going to take both guns and we're going to run what we have come up with as a really fun challenge. It is the Evens Challenge. We will be shooting 200, 400, 600, 800, and 1,000 yards, and you will have 15 rounds to complete the challenge.
Yes, and the cool thing about this challenge is every target is going to be an MOA target, except for your first shot. At 200, we're going to give you a 4-inch plate, and you only get one shot, because we're calling that the gimme shot, because it's a bigger plate. Then it's MOA down the line. At 400, you only get 2 shots. At 600, you get 3. At 8, you get 4. And at 1,000, you get 5. That adds up to 15 shots total, and it's pretty difficult.
It is. And if you are a skilled shooter and you can complete this challenge with extra ammo, we will have a 10-inch plate at 1,200 yards, so a smaller than MOA target, for you to attempt and get some bonus points.
Yeah, we actually did try this challenge once before we came here to film today, and here's how it went.
Go ahead.
All right, firing. Actually not firing. I'm adjusting parallax. 200, there we go. Looks a little clearer. All right, firing.
Send it. Miss. No impact, no dust.
Yeah, it's all wet out here. We're not going to get impacts. 2673. The box said 2710.
Yeah. So if that's the case, then you would definitely be shooting slower.
But at 200, it shouldn't matter.
You only went up 1?
Yeah. Did the box say 1.5?
It said 1.4.
I'll try 1.5 and see.
Now you're not doing the true. We'll give you a freebie.
Oh yeah, I guess I should just go out to 400, huh? Okay. That's supposed to be a gimme. I want to hit it though.
Just do it again. 1.5?
Yeah, 1.5.
Send it.
One and a half was correct.
Yep. Smack that thing, dude.
Okay.
It looked low to me.
Well, it is going way slower.
So maybe try 6?
I'm gonna go up half, so 2 clicks. Any clue?
The way the dart hit was either just above or just left. Right.
To the right?
Yep.
It looked like it went just maybe over top of it.
Just right. Low.
How low?
Like hit the, I would say 10 inches. Elevation looked good, slightly to the right. You hit about 2 inches off target to the right.
Okay. Firing.
Okay. That looked like it hit almost in the exact same spot. Low left.
Low left now.
Just barely. Low.
How low?
According to the scope angle here, you were about 3/4 of a plate, 7 inches.
So just to the left of it?
That's what it looked like. Low.
That one shot slower. Of course.
Of course.
Low.
Low left. What were your
I'm out.
Sending. Okay.
Just to the right of it, I believe.
Well, that's all I get, right?
I mean, I took 2 at it. There you are. Dead center shot, by
Dead
the way.
center shot. So
Dead center.
it's shooting just a hair right.
Think you were just under it? It looked like you hit just above it, right side still. Just to the right of it.
Left.
Just left of it. Just underneath it. Probably a full plate. Just over top of it. I can't tell if you were just to the right or just underneath it.
Okay. I'll go top left.
I think you went just over it. Your windage looked perfect, but I think you went just over top of it.
Okay.
Just to the right. Elevation actually looked good.
Okay. How far to the right?
I'd aim an inch in the plate on the left side. 9 o'clock. Center, like center hold, just an inch from the edge of the plate. That's a hit.
There it is.
As you could see, not the easiest challenge for beginners.
That was hard.
That was really tough. We used the ballistic data from the box. As you can see, we have a chronograph here. We're going to be chronographing data. We have a lot of information that we've gathered before starting this series that we hope is not only going to help us at the beginning, but that, you know, as we learn and go forward, we're going to be able to take that challenge at the end of this series and just nail it.
Yep. Take everything we learned and actually put into practice and complete this challenge is the goal.
Yep.
Now, the reason we want to make this series is very simple, actually.
Very simple.
This is so freaking fun!
It's so fun.
I love long range. We have become addicted, and for that, we are going to be moving forward and shooting this series. Hit! Hit. Hit.
It's a hit.
Hit. Hit. Hit.
Yeah.
You knocked it down. Hit. That's a hit. There it is. First shot. Woo! Woo! Now, even if you are an experienced shooter, you know, we're talking F-class, PRS, someone who hand loads and does very well, or you're that beginning guy like us who has never really shot long range but wants to learn, please drop your comments, your tips, any ideas that you have down below. And this is a community that we want to build so where we can help each other, everybody, learn to shoot long range. Now, we know that some of our equipment is not the most expensive, nor is it the best, and that's the point. We are trying to get the more affordable entry-level items to get us going in this so we can work our way up. You know, we want this to be a more affordable hobby, we should say.
Yeah.
So and for that we've selected these particular rifles.
To keep this as consistent as possible, every shot will be taken from the prone position. Now, big disclaimer. Nothing we have is sponsored. We are a small YouTube channel for now.
Yeah.
But it means we don't have YouTube money. We have what we've already owned and what we've been able to afford on our own dime. So just keep that in consideration as we move forward. If we can accommodate a comment or suggestion for equipment, we'll see what we can do. But I mean, we are new YouTubers. We just don't have all the money and all the things. Again, this video series is for someone like the average Jer could afford.
What?
What?
The average Jer, this
I
guy.
mean, anywho, it's the average person could probably afford. We have our expert, who is Jer's cousin Chaz.
And we will introduce this gentleman that you see here.
Your cousin,
My cousin.
if you forgot.
We have mentioned him before.
He will be in and out of the film, giving us tips and suggestions. We hope to have him on quite a bit, but you know, he'll probably be giving us a lot of our stuff off camera. From our past videos, we've gotten quite a few comments from you guys about letting our barrels cool. We have heard you. We are only going to take about up to 5 shots before letting the barrels cool. This is movie magic, so there will be cut scenes if we just look like we're still shooting. Or we'll be talking to you. We don't want you to just watch us sit there waiting for the barrel to cool.
Hey Rob, thanks for reminding us about cooling these barrels.
Hey, I wouldn't have been able to do that without the help of commenters.
Thanks, guys. We hear you, and we will be doing it. Wanted to note, just so you guys can mark those calendars, the first Friday of every month going forward until this series is complete, we will be dropping a new video. Now we have two guns that we think are good for this. We have old school, new school. Old school being a .308 caliber, and new school being, the 6.5 Creedmoor that's really popular right now. And now for today, we're going to be shooting 4 5-shot groups each with both guns at 100 yards. We will be shooting it through our chronograph. That's going to give us data that we will then go ahead and put into our Hornady Ballistics app that we'll be using for the series. The inputted data in the Hornady app is to allow us to perform better at longer distances so that we can hopefully hit on our first shot. After today, we will be taking both guns and separating them so that we can do a video based on each caliber and other features that we'll discuss later.
We are fortunate enough to have the Garmin Zero C1 Pro chronograph to chronograph our ballistics data. We hope that in the end it helps us perform at long range, especially for the competition, the evens challenge, because I think that's what we're most excited for.
We are. See our growth.
Yeah. We've got our first 5-shot group with the Ruger 308, and we've got the Garmin ready to pick that up.
Trigger cam's recording.
All right.
Fire when ready.
Firing. That is a nice tight group down there.
Yeah, it is.
2529.3 is our, well, 2530.9 is our average. That 5-shot group gave us an extreme spread of 18.1. Really nice. Really nice for that first set of 5.
That was me. That was me wiggling. Still good though.
Still close?
Yeah.
Nice.
Now with the data we just put into our ballistics app from shooting these groups, we hope that it will allow us to take and make only one shot going forward as we grow and shoot these guns more. So that being said, going forward in our next episodes, we will be separating the guns and only shooting one per video to help us narrow down and focus on, more specific items.
Like the caliber itself and how it functions.
Exactly. Now, we're excited to learn about 308 and 6.5 Creedmoor and, what we would maybe express as a little less expensive of a long-range precision rifle. The guns that we will be using are both Ruger Precision Series rifles. One, as I have mentioned, is chambered in the 308 Winchester. The barrel length on the 308 is 22 inches. The other Ruger Precision is 6.5 Creedmoor, and the barrel is 24 inches. Both of these triggers have been adjusted down to the lowest weight, which is about 2 pounds.
The 308 will have the Vortex Viper PST Gen 2 5 to 25 by 50 first focal plane scope in milliradians. The 6.5 Creedmoor will have the Arkin EP5 5 to 25 by 56 first focal plane scope in MOA. Both have an Arca rail, and we plan to use the same AccuTac SR5 G2 bipod for both. Both guns will be suppressed with the Silencer Co. Omega 300 suppressor. We have a cross-tack rear bag for both guns as well.
Rob!
Hey.
Why 2 different scopes, 2 different, reticles?
Jer, come on. You helped me create this series. You know why.
I do know, right? We want to go in depth and explain the 2 different styles, milliradians and MOA, in our following 2 episodes. So we will be shooting them and diving deep into both of those following suit. And you can choose as a viewer to watch both, learn both with us, or just choose to watch the one that you prefer to learn and follow that particular episode. Whatever floats your boat, That being said, I'm ready to watch some new school shooting.
Yeah, let's shoot the 6.5.
Get it out, baby. First 5-shot groups with the 6.5 Creedmoor.
We'll just have to adjust it down after. Good group.
The last 3 are.
Firing. A little left now.
It was shooting left for me.
Yeah, I forgot to dial the windage, but I think the elevation's okay. That one went right in the middle. Went back to the left.
Slow, don't rush yourself. Breathe.
And went to the left. Maybe I did wiggle on that second one. They all went to the left. 23.6, not bad.
That's way better than.
We have decided to use factory ammo for this series for 2 reasons. 1, we don't own reloading equipment. And 2, the average person
Thank you.
will probably just be buying off-the-shelf ammo. We decided to go with the most popular, based on the internet, the most popular factory loads
For each caliber.
And the Federal Premium Sierra Match Kings 168 grain bullet will be what we use for the 308. And for the 6.5 Creedmoor, Hornady ELD Match bullets 140 grain. And we'll see how those 2 things perform out of these guns.
Now for our recording and some of our other sweet features we have is going to be the Vortex Viper and that's going to be a 20 to 60 by 80 spotting scope. And attached to that, we will be using our trid adapter that we purchased, which has micro adjustments when you attach your phone to it, so we can get a very clear, precise picture for you. And the third item that we'll have for our point of view is going to be a trigger cam 2.1. This will be mounted directly to the scope, providing you a shooter's eye point of view, seeing the reticle and exactly where we're going to pull the trigger. And we really hope that it helps bring a lot of insight to what we talk about and how we learn.
Yeah, why don't we finish up our groups now?
Let's do it. Run it!
Man, I made a hole down there.
That last one was me.
Dude, what happened?
I'm not grouping as well as I would like.
So there you have it. There's the groups for me and Jeremy with the 308. We were very comfortable behind this gun.
Love this gun.
Here's all the on screen now. Here's all the data from the Garmin. You can pause here to look at it. But we also made a spreadsheet of all the averages and averaged those numbers. And that's going to be on screen for you right now. And as you can see, the average FPS was 2537.6. The average of the extreme spreads was 25.35, which is really good for factory ammo.
Fantastic.
And the standard deviation average was 8.1, bunch of 6s and a 7, which is basically, that just means that we had one flyer outside of, normal,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yep.
So,
I mean, for 8 5-shot groups, this is truly incredible. Out of 40 shots, to get this kind of a ballistic data is really going to help us the further out we go, and understanding how this gun shoots, understanding the ammo. We are very excited for this.
So we're going to take the data that you just saw on screen and use that in our ballistics app. Still right.
It's right or left now?
Sorry, left. Still left. That one went right inside of the other hole. Probably me. There's definitely something different about this gun. When I do feel comfortable, it shoots right where I'm putting it. Dude, it's weird. It's like the first 2 shots are weird, and then the gun's warmed up and the last 3 just make a hole.
Whoa.
What happened?
Nowhere near I was aiming.
Is that one better?
Yeah. What the hell, dude? My confidence in this gun is dwindling.
I think it might be the ammo.
All right, and now for the results of the Garmin for the 6.5 Creedmoor. Boom.
On screen now.
So as you can tell, this one does have a little more spread. Go ahead and pause if you want to review each individual shot. But here is our spreadsheet that does simplify everything. So with those 8-shot groups, the 6.5 Creedmoor averages 2686.7 in FPS. Our extreme spread is going to be 45.36, and our standard deviation is going to be 17.12.
Not as good as a 308.
No, and there's just something about it that I mean, we're not F-class, I don't even know, we're not even PRS shooters, right?
No, we're just average.
But the fact that we can feel and see a difference between a .6 group gun and a .9 group gun, and know that something just doesn't quite feel right.
I mean, you guys have probably heard it in the video, but I think I've mentioned that it might be the ammo, not the gun.
So, but we do have a lot of data which will be very helpful, and hopefully as we go throughout this series, it will allow us to be a little more accurate, especially when we go to rerun this evens challenge.
Yep.
Now, the goal of episode 1 and every series going forward is that we can all teach as a community and, do a little recap, right?
Recap it.
And that's what we're gonna do here.
So the question is, what did we learn from all this shooting that we did for this episode?
Well, tell you what, one new thing for me that I'd never experienced before, and let's just let's show. Can we show them?
Oh yeah, here on screen now over Jeremy.
Check this out. So, I as in my experience in hunting and shooting, I have always known that looking into the sun can be challenging. You know, to watch your scope. We do have, you know, our shaders on the scope to try and help prevent some of the direct sunlight. But this was a new one for me. The way the sun came up, it was a direct shot into my eyeball, and I could not see the target. And
a little freak out happened.
Just a little one. Unfortunately, we do need to kind of keep it silent just because there were a lot of
adult words.
Yeah, choice words said.
We're being family friendly on this channel.
But it was definitely strange. I mean, Rob had no idea. You know, I'm over here trying to adjust my hat.
He starts acting like a 6-year-old.
I was so mad because we want to be as precise as we can, and when I just couldn't see the target, because the longer I kept my eye open, the more it just like was getting just fried. So that was a huge learning point for me. Was definitely making sure that your external environment, you know, the external factors that can affect you when shooting, they are real, especially that sunlight, and it's something you can control, but you couldn't control at the same time.
Right. Well, we couldn't control it because we just learned that we need to think about those things, because we got here at 6:30 in the morning,
right,
and the sun hadn't come up over the mountain yet, and as we were shooting, it came up and just right in Jeremy's eyeball. So we got to consider where the sun's rising, you know, and all that stuff. It's crazy.
Yep.
Something that I learned during this whole thing is how important it is to be comfortable behind the gun. And the reason I say that is because one of these guns we've had for a little while, the 308, this one over here, I've had that one for a while and been able to shoot it quite a bit. So I already knew what ammo it liked and stuff. Not just from shooting it, but I actually bought this used from a buddy who gave me a really good deal. He only put about 500 rounds through it. He figured out what ammo it liked. He also gave me all the reload data for it. I'm going to shout him out here. His name's Alaric. He actually has a YouTube channel about guitars and guitar gear. It's called Gearly Beloved. You guys should check him out if you like that stuff. Amazing dude. Gave me the details that I needed to be comfortable behind this gun. Just so happens the ammo we're using in this series is also very popular amongst 308 shooters.
Yep.
But the 6.5 Creedmoor is new. We only had, before this video, about 40 rounds through it, if that. And they were cellular and below.
Yep.
S&B, I don't know how to pronounce it. So they're just FMJ's, super cheap stuff. Just to try it out, right? And we chose what the internet loved, and I personally didn't feel comfortable with that ammo.
No, it did not give me the confidence behind the gun that the 308
gives you. Yeah. So, and maybe that just requires us shooting it more and being more comfortable behind the gun. Maybe we need to take it out more in practice. That's why we're only doing this series once a month, so that we have time not only to film the next episode, but to go through some testing that we need to, things that we learned during filming.
Yep.
Well, there you have it. There's episode 1. We really appreciate you guys tuning in. We hope you're as excited about this series as we are, because we love long range. We are addicted to it now.
Yes, we are. And guys, there's 2 points that we have left that we want to say. Thank you so much. And please don't forget to like and subscribe to our videos. And always remember,
only the most beautiful scalps
are bald. We'll see you next time.